I have more than those students and young authors.
Oh, good afternoon, everyone. This is Melanie Edwards Barton, CEO at the Sierra Vista Area Chamber of Commerce. We have a great guest with us today. This is Alison Bruning, and she has two businesses, and we're going to talk briefly about both of those businesses, but welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, it's great to have you here. So you had a ribbon cutting recently.
Yes.
Here at the chamber, because she joined her businesses, as members of the chamber. And so we have some excellent news for Southern Arizona, but we'll get to that. So the first thing we're going to talk about is academic warriors.
Yes.
So tell our viewers out there about academic warriors. What is that?
We're an online school for autistic, gifted, and special needs. We work directly with parents. We do educational consultations as well. So we do programs and classes and tutoring. I tell my students that they're superheroes in a world that doesn't understand superheroes.
Oh, I love that. You are so right. You are so right. Oh, so that's a wonderful resource, because I know we have a lot of parents out there sometimes, and if they've got students with disabilities or children with disabilities, they don't know what the resources are. They don't know where to go to get this special assistance that that these little superheroes need.
Yeah, I found that I'm a certified teacher. I've taught in public schools, private schools. I was even a university professor at one time. And I found through the whole process that these parents aren't getting the sources that they need. And I can tell you, when I was trained as a teacher, I was trained in Texas. My special education training was only 1 week long. They told us, if you have a student that has special needs and you don't understand it, just go to the special ed teacher. They'll help you out. Well, that doesn't help me as a teacher. So I got personally invested in it because as an adult, I was diagnosed with autism and I have a learning disability in math. And I struggled in school because I didn't understand it. My mom didn't understand it. My family didn't understand it. And so these kids, they're so bright. And I have a high IQ too. I have 140 IQ, and I went to do my PhD because I thought, well, I can change this from the top down. And my research showed that half of the special ed population commits suicide by 18, and then in their 20s we lose another half of it to incarcerations, drugs, alcohol, all that. And my husband at the time, he was a correctional nurse. And I told Delphine, I said, my results have to be skewed. And he goes, oh, no, you should see all the people I work with. They're very intelligent. So I thought, okay, what are we doing as a society to fix that? And my research showed nothing. So I quit my PhD and opened up Academic Warriors 6 years ago.
Wow. Well, that is just amazing. And we have information, links to her websites that will be in the comments section. So if you're interested in getting in contact with Alison to learn more about these programs, make sure you click those links. Her information is there. But this is an online program. Correct.
It is. But I'm bringing something special to Sierra Vista in the community.
Breaking news.
I am setting up programs with the libraries and the parks and everywhere else. I do writing programs called Arts in the Parks, where I teach kids how to write, and then I publish them through my second business. And I've had a lot of adults ask me for writing advice too. And so I'm working on bringing that kind of programming to Sierra Vista in the area as well.
I love that. So about how many kids are in an online classroom?
Well, it depends. If a parent needs one-on-one, then we don't charge extra for private classes like some people do, because we understand that the kids need that one-on-one. They can't handle the social. I don't go above 10 in a classroom, because if you go above 10, then you really can't give that one-on-one with the kid if you have a kid that needs it.
Right. Wow, that is amazing. So tell us what makes Academic Warriors different from from any other program out there, schooling out there for children with special needs.
A lot of the online programs don't have that live component. We do all our classes via Zoom. Also, we personalize it to the learner's styles and needs. There are 7 different types of learners, and I try to find out which one the kid is, and then I make the lesson around how they are, how they learn. And then if I see a problem, I also consult with the parents. So parents have free consultations with me while the kid is enrolled in there. So I know if a parent just needs a consultation, they can come to me for just a one-on-one consultation. But it's truly personalized to the students' learning abilities and styles.
And during the worst of the pandemic, when our schools were shut down, a lot of the education, I mean, it fell to the parents,
Yes.
family members, and friends who are not educated in how to support and work with children with special needs in regards to schooling.
Correct.
And so I know that a lot of our students fell behind anyway, but then especially our students with the special needs, and because we're not educated in how to work with them and the best ways to work with them. And sometimes sitting on a Zoom all day long for a child that has attention deficit disorder, something like is extremely difficult. And so the way those classes are presented makes a difference as well. But then, I imagine this would help with the students that maybe are a little bit behind here,
Yes.
the students with special needs, to help get them back on track as well.
And we're also not 8 to 5 with the student. We understand that students with special needs, they've got doctor's appointments, therapy appointments, they've got to go here and there. So we schedule the child's class around your schedule.
What a benefit. We all know how difficult schedules have been as well, and how difficult they can be. And so to work around the student's schedule is wonderful. That's just amazing.
They do a max about 2 to 3 classes a day with me, because also we also understand that there may be another place they're going to. Maybe there's services that I don't offer that they need to go to. And so, and then also that ADHD student, the autistic student, they're not going to sit in their chair.
It is almost impossible.
Yes.
So, almost impossible.
That's another thing that we differ from online schools, is we don't demand that kid sit in the chair all day. For our younger ones, for kindergarten to second grade, their 1 hour class is actually split into 2 30-minute sessions. So they don't have to sit there for an hour. They sit with me for 30 minutes and they're. Now, sometimes the kids are given homework to do, but they're only given homework if I feel that they're ready for the homework. If there's a lesson we've covered and I feel they're not ready for it, then I won't. I'll go over it again. I currently have a student who's in 6th grade right now, and he's doing 4th grade language arts, 6th grade math. He's spread out different. I do that with the kids. I don't expect a 6th grade student to do all 6th grade work. And if they're higher than what their grade is, let's say they're in 6th grade, but they're doing 8th grade writing, then I'm going to do 8th grade writing with them. I'm not going to leave them in 6th grade.
That is wonderful.
And that subject.
Wow. Well, like we said, there's going to be more information in the comment section if you want to get in touch with Alison and learn more about this program. It's just amazing. And, it's just one of those things. I'm like, why haven't we always had that? Yes. But you have a second business as well, which is Crimson Sparrow.
And and the name of that company was actually derived by my students.
Oh.
I gave them a list of 10 names and I said, okay, guys, what do we want for the name of our publishing house? I've been a best-selling author for a long while now. And I've been with 4 or 5 different publishing houses, and it's always the same. New authors that come into publishing, they don't know what they're doing.
So Crimson Sparrow is a publishing company.
Yes, but it's not just a publishing company. It's a learning publishing company. So we work with kids. I teach the kids through my Young Authors program how to write short stories and novels and comics and graphic novels, all kinds of things. They first start with short stories and novels. And then we go into a internship where they can learn what they do. Crimson Sparrow also offers internships for high schoolers and adults who want to learn how to work. And the adults are in the college level, who want to work in the publishing sector. But when you go into publishing sector, you don't even know what you're doing because nobody teaches you. So I offer internships in editing and formatting and illustrating, everything that a publishing house would need. And so we are the type of publishing house where the students come in and learn, and then they're published. And it's really good that they get published, because then when they do get out in the world in their profession, they already have that on their things of, I've done this, look at me.
That is just amazing. So let's talk very quickly here, though. You mentioned that you're a published author.
Yes.
best-selling published author. I've got some books here, actually, just a couple here. We've got, that was book 2. This is book 1.
I'm writing book 3 right now.
So this is called Calico, Children of the Swahani, book 1.
Children of the Shawnee.
Oh, it's a Shawnee.
Yeah, it's okay.
My glasses are in my office. So book 1 and 2, and you're writing book 3.
Yes, this is a 12-book series. I'm from Ohio originally, and every book that I've ever read about the Shawnee don't give the Native Americans a great perspective. And somebody told me, go read Follow the River. It's the best one. So I did. It was okay. And then I decided, my husband was like, Alison, just write your own. So I did. Well, I met the author of Follow the River, and he read Calico, and he was like, you did a much better job than I did portraying the Shawnee. How did you do that? And I said, well, the Shawnee people, actually, I contacted the reservation, and they were very happy that I was writing about them and their history, because the history of Ohio is usually written from the white perspective. And so they gave me a bunch of resources, and I took it and ran with it. And we've got the Children of the Shawnee.
Fabulous. Well, and congratulations on the number 3 in the series of 12.
Thank you.
We're excited about that.
I have others as well. Yes. I have this one too, Elsa. And I have Bailey's Revenge out too, but that's something different. So
yeah. So look up Alison Bruning and check out her books. They can buy them where?
Amazon.
See, right there.
Just that easy. I'm on Facebook too, so all you have to do is look up Alison Bruning, and you can contact me there as well.
And they can purchase them through you.
Yeah, I can give them the links to it. They're not just on print; they're ebook and audiobook as well.
How perfect! That is so perfect. So let's talk a little bit about the benefits of being published. And then we have another special guest that we're going to have jump on through Zoom for you as well. So talk a little bit about the benefits of being published.
Well, going through a publishing house is a lot better for an author than self-publishing. The world of technology has opened up so that it's offering more and more, but the problem with that is that traditional publishing houses, if you decide to go through a traditional publishing house and they see you're self-published, they won't count your self-published works as something that's been published.
Really?
Yeah, because you did it and it's not done professionally.
Interesting. So you definitely want to go through a good publishing company.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And that's what Crimson Sparrow is all about. We're all about, you have a traditional publishing house behind your back. You can say, I've been published through a traditional publishing house, but you're also learning about the publishing system. And I've been in the publishing world for a while, and I have a master's of fine arts in creative writing, which is like a doctoral level in creative writing.
Wow.
So I'm bringing all those resources, and I just want to teach everybody else how to do it that's interested in it, because we have some really good writers out there in the world that are not published.
And should be.
Yes, and they should be.
But then you have some that are, and they're younger.
Absolutely. I have currently, right now, I have 2 high schoolers that are published. Authors, and I have some others that are working on it. I have some middle schoolers that are working on it as well. I've got like 3 middle schoolers that are working on it. And that program, the Young Authors Program, is always open. So if parents, if they want their child to do it, our school is open past the school session. That way, after school kids can come.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
What a great after school activity.
And our Arts in the Parks, the one I was telling you about that I'm bringing things out. This book is written, well, this isn't our Arts and Parks. This is from our Young Authors Program, Monsters Galore. This is all the short stories that the kids previously, in my previous Young Authors, wrote when they were in my monsters class.
The imagination.
And in this class, they are taught characters. They're taught setting, not just character studies, but actually digging deep like an author would, getting inside the mind of the protagonist and the antagonist. And they're taught the writing structure of how screenwriters, I'm a screenwriter and I write all forms. So how do we get the plot? What is a plot point? How do we get there? How do we make the story believable? So they learn all of that.
That's fabulous.
And then we publish them.
So we're going to bring on our other special guest, and this is Sammy. And Sammy is joining us from New Mexico.
New Mexico. I have students in Florida, Texas, New Mexico, here in Arizona, and she's in.
Hi, Sammy. Are you there with us?
Yeah, she is in the corner.
We can see you.
Yep.
Welcome. Thank you for jumping on. Sammy, give us a little bit of information about you. You're a published author, correct?
Yeah. I have published all types of kinds. I have published a monster anthology, like yes, like Miss Allison said. I have written a short story that was put in like. I'm so sorry. That was put in a book for. Yes, another anthology. Thoughts leave my head.
So what made you want to start writing?
After reading a few books, I came up with a few ideas of like, oh, this would be a cool idea. That'd be a cool idea for like a book. And then I opened up Word and started to try to write, but I was like, this isn't working. What do I put here? But everything just seemed to end up bad. Like not that good as I hoped.
So how did you fix that?
Well, we went to this thing that me and my mom went to this thing that Miss Allison was doing. That was like at the zoo, and we'd go around and we'd look at all the animals, and then we'd write a story about one of the animals at the zoo. And I think it was just practice and like getting tips and learning like what to do and what not to do on it.
And now you're published. What are the names of your books?
What's the short story you wrote? Remember the one that takes place in New Mexico? Remember that one?
I think we have a little connection issue.
You mean?
I think we're having some little technical difficulties
the one
here.
The princess in New Mexico.
Yeah, she's got a short story. It's just released.
I'm up here in the mountains and everything's just
the lost necklace.
The lost necklace. Okay.
Yes, and then the program she's talking about. I had Arts in the Parks.
Okay.
In New Mexico at a zoo, and I met Sammy there. And Sammy's been with me for 1.5 years now.
Wow, that's wonderful. So, Sammy, how old are you?
I am 15.
15. So at 15, she's a published author.
She's got 3 stories published at the age of 15.
Congratulations, Sammy. That is amazing. We are so proud of you. And we are happy that you came on today to talk with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. And so we will get some information out there on those as well.
Yes.
All righty, Sammy. We'll see you later. All righty. Well, that is wonderful. So you have quite a few, like you said, young authors that you're working with, and a couple that are published authors already. And, the creativity that children have. I don't know. Do we lose that as we get older? Do we just refocus on other things, reality? I don't know. But to be able to read what they write, and especially if it's written well, it gives you an insight.
Yes. Some of them are made to be authors. Some of them are made to be playwrights or theater, And being an artist, it's hard in this world being an artist. I try to tell the kids, you don't make money on royalties. I just forward everybody, you see those big, I made $100,000, that's not the reality for a lot of authors. But you got to do it because you love it, not because you want the money off of it.
Absolutely. And it's interesting. I think for young authors, I have a niece that recently expressed to me that she was interested in writing a couple of books. But she said she didn't know where to start. Well, I don't do what you do. But my suggestions to her were, start with a sentence. You don't have to write the whole book when you sit down. In one sitting, you can write a little bit here and a little bit there and piece it together and fill it out and do those things. And then she told me that she journals already.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, well, there you go. Expand on what you're journaling. And so she's pretty excited about that. So
cool.
I might have to get her in contact with you.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. We go a little deeper. We have them create the world before they even write. So, and who knows the world better than the person who created it?
Right.
And like I tell, some of the stories you can get inspiration from things. Elsa, this one, is based off of my genealogical research. I was looking for my great aunt. I couldn't find her. And this one is based off of something happened to my great grandmother.
Oh,
yeah. So, and then the one that I'm just getting ready to release, Field of Grace, it is based off of something that happened to my other grandmother. So you could take like little stories and put them out. And everybody keeps telling me what happened recently in my life I should just write down because they can't even believe it happened.
That's right. I've heard the story. Here. And so it would be an excellent read. Excellent. Absolutely. So a lot of great information. Again, the way to contact Alison, there's 2 links in the comment section for you to click on, one for Academic Warriors and one for Crimson Sparrow.
Yes.
And so anything that we missed, we want to tell them real quick before we move on to updates.
Well, I am actually getting ready to release another book. So hopefully this Friday, tomorrow, we were supposed to release it last week, but I was sick with a sinus infection. So Field of Grace should be coming out soon. And when that comes out, I'll be posting on the Crimson Sparrow website. I also post on Facebook. You can find us on Facebook, Crimson Sparrow and Academic Warriors. We constantly post updates on there when the kids have released something. Wonderful. Or if we have an event coming out or if I've released something. So, because as the students keep telling me, they're like, Miss Alison, we have to tell the world you're a writer too.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, so.
Well, that is wonderful. We're so happy that you were here with us today. And again, amazing businesses that you have. They just touch the heart and provide a better future.
Well, thank you. I'm looking forward to working here in Sierra Vista and the surrounding area.
And so are we.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Alison.
You're welcome.
All righty, we're going to get to our updates now. So as you know, it is a voting year. So we also have a couple of links, websites for you to go to get more information on voting. So we have one for the City of Sierra Vista, the elections page. So you can go on there. You can find out who's submitted right now to potentially run for city council and for mayor. And you can take a look at that and get more information on voting locally. And then, of course, the Cochise County elections page, we have a link for you to get to that as well. And the Secretary of State elections page as well. So a lot of good information there for you, a lot of links on those pages to get to other information, to find out who's running, to learn a little bit more about them. So, and of course, we'll be bringing you more guests, more candidates as we move on through the year as well. So Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, we have Good Morning Sierra Vista. We're really excited about this. The doors open at 7 a.m. So please make sure you're there in time to grab your food and find a seat and do some networking with people. But our guest speaker is Jessica Post, and she is Director of Employment and Labor Law at Fenimore Law out of Phoenix. So she's coming all the way from Phoenix to present here in Sierra Vista, and she's going to be giving us updates. If you're an employer out there, you probably don't have an HR department, you probably don't have a legal department, you need to know what the rules are in regards to human resources, and so employment and labor laws. So she is going to be speaking on updates across the board for labor and employment law. So make sure you get registered for that. You can just go to svachamber.com and get registered. We do have over 60 people already attending, so it's going to be a great event, and we have room for more, so don't worry. So jump on, get registered, and find out how to keep your business out of hot water and keep your employees happy. So really, really important one. Again, that is svachamber.com to get registered, and that will be Tuesday morning at Cochise College Student Union. So we want to thank our sponsors, obviously, SSVEC and the Small Business Development Center, and our location sponsor is Cochise College, and our media sponsor is Herald Review Media. So thank you so much to our sponsors, but make sure you jump on ASAP and get registered for that. We have our gala coming up, our annual gala on April 29th at 5:30 in the evening. We are taking right now the Business of the Year nominations, or Businesses of the Year nominations. So if you're a chamber member, you do have to be a chamber member, but you can jump on our website and submit a nomination form for either nonprofit, home-based, small business, which is 50 or fewer employees, or large business, which is 50 or more. Please only submit the nomination form one time. It doesn't have to go off of how popular you are. This one is based on the answers. And so we will have a team from our board of directors that will be choosing the winner. So please make sure when you fill out the nomination form, you're very thorough in regards to that. So what else do we have going on? The nomination deadline is March 31st for that. So make sure you don't miss out on getting that done. So celebrating small business, we have that event that we are partnering with the City of Sierra Vista and the Small Business Development Center. And that is literally what it says, celebrating small business. That is March 23rd at 5:30. If you're a small business, you want to make sure and attend. It is a free event. Please do RSVP though, because there will be appetizers. We need to know how many people we're feeding. So just go to svachamber.com and you can RSVP on our event calendar. So anyway, we will have networking, we will have resources there, you'll be able to promote your business there. So we want to thank the SBDC and the City of Sierra Vista for coming together. We'll see you on March 23rd at 5:30 right here at the Chamber. We have a shred-a-thon on March 26th at the mall at Sierra Vista that will go from 10 to 1. As our usual, we do them twice a year. We want to thank Guild Mortgage for sponsoring that once again. But that is March 26th from 10 to 1 at the mall at Sierra Vista, right there in the parking lot over what used to be Sears. So we'll be over in that area. It is $5 per box or bag. And we do request that you remove all the clips, big old binder clips, all that stuff before you go through the line. But you do want to get in line pretty early. The line kind of backs up early on. So we will see you out there March 26th. And of course, we have your Take Your Business Online program. Congratulations to Deb's Accounting and Office Services for completing that program and taking her business online. Great job, Deb. We're proud of you. And we know your business is going to succeed because you are open to a whole new market now. So great job. But if anybody else is interested in that program, it is a free program. There's an interest form that you fill out on our website, svachamber.com. So just go to that, fill it out, and any business in Cochise County is eligible, chamber member or not. So please make sure that you fill out the interest form and get more information on how to take your business online. And Tuscany, as you know, we're going to Tuscany in October. So October 3rd through the 11th. We have an informational meeting coming up, and that is going to be on March 14th at 6 o'clock. So you can join in person here at the Chamber or by Zoom. We have both of those options available to you. So we want to see you here if you just want to learn more about the trip and some of the details of that particular meeting. You'll get to know Aventura World, which is a company we work with, and their relationship to the Chambers of Commerce. Details of the daily activities and the tours that are provided. Basic international traveling information, currency, language, expectations, all of that. COVID-19 protocols and expectations, and how to save money and get an additional tour while you're there. So for the trip, if you're interested, if you book before April 1st, then the early bird rate is $3,349 per person. But that includes your flight, your hotel, some food, some of the trips. It's a really good deal. But anyway, join us here on the 14th at 6 o'clock, and you can learn more about it. We have our annual Home Health and Business Expo and Shredathon coming up in August. That'll be August 20th. Registration is not open for that yet, but it will be soon. So we'll bring you information on that, but we expect that to be large. And so a great thing to do out at the mall. Also want to let you know that while this is our Facebook Live, we are now live streaming on multiple platforms, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. LinkedIn is soon to come. So it's great. So if you're interested, you're a chamber member, you want to be a guest on our Facebook Live, just know that you're live streaming on multiple platforms when we do this, so you hit a much larger audience. So great for your business. Don't forget to download our app as well, and you can get to all of this information right at your fingertips, right on your phone or your tablet. City of Sierra Vista information. So a public hearing on the substantial amendments to the West End redevelopment area plan will be held March 10th at 5 o'clock. So copies of the proposed substantial amendments to the West Sierra Vista redevelopment area plan can be downloaded from the city's website at sierravistaaz.gov or obtained at the Community Development Department office at City Hall. So if you want more information, that's where you go to get that information. And then also on Engage Sierra Vista, there is information, there's an article, and you can offer input on the Fry Fab redevelopment. So the City of Sierra Vista invites residents to offer input on early concepts for potential redevelopment of the property located on the southeast corner of Fry Boulevard and Fab Avenue. The city acquired the 1.26 acre property in 2020 as part of ongoing revitalization efforts in the West End. Redevelopment of the property will address longstanding drainage issues south of that intersection, add more public parking needed for a more pedestrian-focused district, and develop a public gathering space to serve as a venue for events and to help draw people to enjoy the area. So there's two different plans that they have on there. You can look at both plans and you can offer your input on which one you prefer and why. So please make sure that you're jumping on and offering your opinions. It's really important that the city has that so that they know which direction to move forward with on that particular area. So also Small Business Development Center, they have a class coming up. It's called Website 101. It's April 6th from 9 to 11 at the Cochise College Small Business Development Center, the downtown center, and in room A102. So we have a link to that if you want to learn more about that as well. And that's all that we have for you today. Thank you again for those of you that are kind, courteous, and generous. We do appreciate you very much. We'll be back next Thursday at noon with another special guest and more updates. We're the Sierra Vista Area Chamber of Commerce, your chamber for 62 years.